The true traitor has been revealed. Today I will show you and explain all your secrets hidden in the new episode 13 Skibidi Toilet Multiverse, which perhaps you hadn't noticed. This is a series from a parallel universe that runs concurrently with the original series Skibidi Toilet by Dafuk Boom, but this one is created by Dam Studio. It deals with another timeline in which Drillman appeared, Clockman, and even Clock Titan and Drill Titan. The Talking Titan has just freed the Camera Titan from the Skibidi parasite that had been controlling it, and they are trying to find a way to revive the Clock Titan who died in battle. In this episode, we will see how the Drill Titan and the entire alliance fight on the battlefield against the Skibidi Toilets. However, at the end, we will uncover the biggest betrayal in the entire series. What is happening with the Clockmen and the Television Men? If you want to know about all of this and more, stay tuned until the end of the video. If you enjoy this type of content, I invite you to leave a like and subscribe to bring you more content like this. The greatest traitor of Skibidi Toilet has been revealed. In the new episode 13 of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse, at the beginning we saw how a cameraman and a drill man were advancing underground, led by the armored drill man, the same one we saw in episode 11 spinning like a ball. These three individuals were making their way to reach the battlefield, but suddenly the armor of the drill man broke, so they had to stop. His drill man companion reattached the armor, removed part of his head to repair it and make the drill function much better. The cameraman indicated that the exit was through there, so the armored drill made a hole, and this is how they arrived right at the battlefield. As soon as they emerged from the hole, they could see many Skibidi Toilets fighting against soldiers of the Alliance, cameramen, Titan drillmen, and more were fighting against military Skibidis, spider Skibidis, helicopters, and much more. They were in an area full of planes because this must be the base of the Skibidi Toilets, similar to the original series where we saw the Skibidi Toilets gathered, discussing in an area with hangars and planes, as in episode 60. There was a cameraman who stabbed a knife into the head of a Skibidi Toilet while the Titan fought fist to fist against the Skibidis. Also seen on the right was the drill man who accompanied us in the cave, and on the left was another cameraman spinning on the ground, perhaps inspired by his companion the armored drill. The POV cameraman continued advancing through the war and managed to see the drill Titan grabbing a flying Skibidi while on the ground, a great talking man fighting against a Skibidi Toilet and kicking a Skibidi policeman. There was also a mutant Skibidi about to kill a cameraman with a weapon, but that mutant Skibidi delivered a tremendous blow to the POV cameraman, also kicking him, which made him fall backward and tried to strangle him with the baseball bat he had. However, the POV cameraman was saved by a spear thrown by a fellow cameraman. While he greeted and was happy to have saved his colleague, an explosion from an airborne Skibidi hit and killed him. It was in the chat for that soldier who just saved us and fell in combat. There was also a cameraman who was a bit lame because he had received damage to his foot, and the POV grabbed the baseball bat with which they had tried to strangle him a while ago. He approached a fellow cameraman who was being killed by toxic acid from a military Skibidi, and with this bat he hit the Skibidi and pulled its chain, killing it instantly. If you find this episode very epic and interesting, I invite you to like my video right now and subscribe to activate the bell to be among the first to know all the new secrets and explanations of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. However, in the background there was another military Skibidi with light machine guns and started shooting all his ammunition at the POV cameraman, so he quickly hid inside a nearby booth. However, the lame cameraman didn't make it in time and was shot just at the entrance. F in the chat for this other fallen cameraman, and just behind him another armed cameraman fell. The POV cameraman peeked and managed to see how that Skibidi continued shooting at his colleagues, but suddenly the drill Titan crushed him with his foot. Meanwhile, on top of giant pipes, there was another cameraman fighting with his fist against a Skibidi Toilet, and just behind the Titan was a Skibidi with rocket launchers who started fighting against this drill Titan. However, this didn't matter as the POV cameraman had another mission: to head to the secret base of the Skibidis called Skibidi Base number 4. He even managed to see how his fellow cameramen and drill men who had accompanied him in the underground tunnel were already reaching this base. So the POV cameraman hurried as he was being left behind. He left his hiding spot and managed to see how the cameraman fighting on top of the pipe had lost and fallen to the ground. Behind him, a Spikerman was dying and the drill titan was hitting the rocket launcher Skibidi. There were explosions everywhere, and as the POV cameraman crossed the street, an armored vehicle ran over him, driven by a Skibidi. The POV held onto the vehicle to avoid being run over and managed to see how the drill titan accidentally destroyed a surveillance tower and its debris hit the vehicle, which was getting closer to explosive barrels. The Skibidi driving it had already gotten out of the car, and the POV cameraman didn't think twice and also jumped into the air. Another cameraman was very close, so he had to run and jump to avoid being hit by the explosion. He managed to save himself, and so did the POV cameraman. However, the Skibidi who caused all this had already escaped. The POV kept advancing and saw another cameraman kicking a Skibidi to the ground, and the drill was fighting with another giant spider Skibidi. He hid behind a wall and saw a flying Skibidi crashing into the ground where a speaker man and also a Skibidi toilet were. So F in the chat for that speaker man who just died. Taking advantage that the place was already cleared, the POV cameraman kept advancing. There was a Skibidi in front of him, but one of his companions driving a cargo vehicle ran over that Skibidi, so he still had a clear path. However, in front of him appeared a larger Skibidi with circular saws and rocket launchers approaching him, but he was protected by the brave cameraman who arrived just in time to save him with his white plunger. He managed to freeze the face of that Skibidi toilet and also hit it, causing it to explode. The POV cameraman kept advancing and was very close to reaching base number 4. He saw how a speaker man entered before him, and inside was a great talking man. However, his fellow cameraman and drill man were not around here. Maybe they entered through another place or deviated from the path. The talking man was ahead of him and started investigating among the things and computers, while the POV cameraman saw on the board as if the Skibidis had been counting the days. There was also a strange set of teeth and a pair of tools. Suddenly, the great talking man was surprised by a Skibidi who fired electric rays and had just entered this base. He had some tasers that he was also going to shoot at the POV cameraman, but was brutally killed by a golden lance that struck his head. It was none other than the elite clockman who had just arrived to rescue, accompanied by a television man who always helps him teleport everywhere. This is the same elite clockman and television man who saved us in episode 11 and the one who was falling in love with the speaker woman. The elite clockman made the OK gesture, which is the same gesture made by the clockman, while the POV cameraman did his iconic like. However, behind something very disturbing was happening, as the talking man had just found the evil plan of the Skibidi toilets in a folder full of documents specifying the plan of the Skibidi's apocalypse, meaning the plan to destroy the whole world and be controlled by the Skibidi toilets. However, he had just read something so disturbing that it made him tremble in fear. With great terror, he saw the POV cameraman and indicated that he had just read the worst news in the world from this folder. Suddenly, he was brutally murdered by a robotic arm that removed his head, and it belonged to the elite clockman who also attacked the POV cameraman, killing him. The television man had on his screen a message that said no spoilers. In other words, he disagreed with the talking man, having read and discovered the true evil plan of the Skibidi toilets. It seems that all this time, this elite clockman and this television man have been in cahoots with the Skibidi toilets, meaning they are allies and have betrayed us. Suddenly, a strange hand, as if from a mouse, appeared flying and grabbed the folder of the Skibidi's apocalypse plan, and the television man burned it with his power. It seems that this hand would be like some kind of god of this world, or similar to how it is in Dafuk Boom, that can appear wherever he wants in his Skibidi toilet series. But here, this strange hand is linked to the elite clockman and this television man, and perhaps also to the Skibidi toilets. By orders of his superiors, the television man approached the dying POV cameraman and showed a message on his screen of "I'm sorry," and proceeded to completely rip off his head to eliminate the video he had just recorded, demonstrating the betrayal of the elite clockman and this television man. And this is how sadly this episode ends. We don't know exactly if all television men are also traitors, or if it's just this one here, just like we don't know if all clockmen are like this or only actually the elite clockman is a traitor, and what is the real reason why they are betraying the alliance and have allied with the Skibidi toilets. But what we do know is that this is the greatest traitor of the entire series, and the rest of the alliance is in serious trouble because they trust them. What are these individuals plotting, and what will be the Skibidi's apocalypse plan? Write down your theories about all of this in the comments below. The war is getting worse, and despite having the help of the clockmen, they could all be traitors. Although I prefer to believe that it's only the elite clockman who has allied with the evil army of the Skibidi toilets. If there was at least one secret in this video that you didn't know about Skibidi Toilet, I challenge you to like the video right now and subscribe and hit the bell to be one of the first to see all of this. I am Jorge Isaac 1.15. See you in the next video, friends. Greetings to everyone and goodbye.